What's up, everybody? We're on a podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we're going to talk about some new Assassin's Creed details and talk about also when I expect this game to be announced. Now, yesterday on my second channel, which I'll link in the description below in case you guys want to check it out, basically over the weekend, somebody asked a notable, someone who is in the know in the gaming industry about Assassin's Creed, and he said that the announcement is coming soon, that it's almost there. Now, this one is from somebody different, so I'll read out to you guys what they were saying, and then we'll kind of talk about our analysis and when I could expect to see this happening. The next chapter in the Assassin's Creed franchise will not be called Empire or Ragnarok, which is obviously, the name a lot of people have been throwing out there, right? And will incorporate more supernatural-related elements, according to fresh internet murmurs via a noted French YouTuber. First up, as previously reported numerous times, the new Assassin's Creed game will feature Vikings, so that will actually happen. And we'll see the return of the Hidden Blade and Shield. The main protagonist can be a male or female and is not called Jorah as previously rumored. Elsewhere, Scandinavia won't be the only location in the game, which ties in with older reports that will include the likes of Paris and London. Players can also expect more RPG elements than Odyssey, but they won't be a cooperative play. The new Assassin's Creed game is slated to release by the end of the year, and the reveal is planned for later this month / early May. Now, that is not something, that's the website talking. I believe all of that, by the way, in case you guys wanted my opinion. Like they said, I think a lot of this stuff does line up. Sounds really cool. I talked about this on my second channel, and this is a good time to do it here, probably for a bigger amount of you guys. I get it. I get that not everybody has liked the direction that Assassin's Creed is going. Even myself, in some regards, I will always be so fond of, 2 and Brotherhood, kind of like Golden Age, right, of Assassin's Creed. I think that, for the most part, they are moving in the right direction, and I'm only saying that, by the way, because, again, these rumors, if people were expecting or hoping, kind of for a return to, the old Assassin's Creed, I don't think that's happening, right? It definitely seems like the more RPG elements sounds like it's going, as much as Odyssey did, which I think Odyssey went pretty heavy into that, it's going even more. So, I guess bringing back the Hidden Blade, that would be something kind of a little bit more reminiscent, but it sounds like it's definitely still going more modern, which again, I think overall I am happy with the direction they chose. I think as a whole, the games are probably better. I think just Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood will always be my favorite games, but again, that's just a personal opinion. The supernatural elements thing, that sounds pretty darn cool. I like it when games do stuff like that. Even when Origins came out, I think even a thing that some people talked about was hey, what would it be like if we got to put these kind of things in there? And you see even other Ubisoft games like Skull and Bones, right? Remember that first trailer for Skull and Bones? How it basically ended with the Kraken. So they were going to introduce some supernatural elements. They don't have to take themselves too seriously, and I mean that obviously you have to take the story seriously and all that, but to throw in those supernatural elements to kind of just add a curveball to the game, I think is a really cool idea. I like that idea. I have no problem with the game doing that. Now, let's talk about when this could be announced. So, this kind of actually goes into something else. It's not video worthy, but it actually backs up a lot of the stuff that I've talked about on the channel over the last month. So if you guys have been here, you'll have heard this before, but if you guys are brand new, basically what I've talked about with E3, how it's canceled, right? I've talked a lot about how I don't want developers or, and publishers at large. So I think the publishers are still going to have online conferences, right? And I've been saying for literally since E3 was canceled that the best idea would be spread it out. Do not put all of your conferences on the same day. Spread them out for a couple weeks before. What's stopping you from doing it in May? What's stopping you from doing it late June, early July? Nothing. There's nothing stopping you. Why would you do all of them on the same 3-day stretch in June? It makes no sense. Well, a different leaker actually says, now again, it could be made up, but he says from what he's hearing, that's exactly what's going to happen, that different publishers are going to stagger. There will be conferences the week of E3 that it was supposed to be, but for the rest of it, some are going to take place late May, some are going to take place late June. Perfect. I mean, that it doesn't add to my credibility. I basically asked for that to happen, but you know what? I guess I correctly predicted something like that should happen, and now it sounds like it is. So again, the late April, early May, I think that Shinobi, that leaker who said it's coming soon, I think this game is just going to be announced at Ubisoft show. So whenever Ubisoft show is, that's what happens. Now we know from years past, especially with Assassin's Creed, right, and Kotaku always, I believe it's normally Jason Schreier, right, but now he's gone. They normally leak pretty much everything about the Assassin's Creed game, right? Like, it's a massive thing, and then Ubisoft basically comes out right afterwards and says, okay, here's the title, here's the logo, we'll see you in 2 weeks at E3. And normally it happens like every single May. Now, we haven't had Assassin's Creed every year over the last little while, but it's pretty funny that normally happens. So I think that is possible, but in terms of like if this website thinks that you're going to get a full reveal like later this month, I really don't think that's going to be the case. I think that, again, like as these leaks start to build up, and it sounds like it, I mean, now we're kind of getting, like I said, I did a video yesterday, did a video today, like we're seemingly getting more and more Assassin's Creed rumors, and these things can pile up. We saw it for like Resident Evil, which nothing has happened yet for Resident Evil. Maybe I jinxed it and something happened today before I woke up, but it's possible. But when these things start to build up like that, it's only a matter of time, I guess, until like an avalanche happens, right? And then we get to hear everything. So that case, I think, yeah, that could be late April, sometime in May. We could finally, find out the name of this game. We'll see the logo of this game, but I still don't think you will actually see the game, like them playing the game until they do their online show. But I've been saying it since the beginning. Ubisoft, now I said this again on my second channel, I believe Ubisoft has confirmed it. I believe Ubisoft and Microsoft are the only two that have said, yes, we're still going to do, or in place of E3, we will do an online show. I believe those are the only two. Bethesda confirmed they are not doing it, but I believe Ubisoft and Microsoft are the only two. I expect Sony, in a different way, like a state of play, I expect Nintendo, like a Nintendo Direct. I expect Warner Bros. Even like a Square Enix could do it. Activision. There's a lot of them that really could step up to the plate. And as we get closer to the end of April, which we're pretty much in, and as we get into May, I think we're going to start seeing more publishers confirm that they'll do some sort of online show. But that's when I would personally expect to see Assassin's Creed. And honestly, it's not that far away. I mean, I could see Ubisoft, hopefully, they're one of the ones that do it in late May. Like I said, I do not want all of these at one time. And again, why? Why would you do something like that? You're going to take like the steam out of somebody else's announcement, and when you really don't have a convention you have to work around, there's no reason why you should be overlapping. There's no reason why you should have two conferences even on the same day. There's zero reason for that, because you can just spread out as much as you want. You have the whole day, you have the whole week, maybe depending on when you do it, of the spotlight of the gaming industry. Who knows? I mean, if people are still at home, people aren't at home, but no matter what, you'd still have everybody talking about your stuff for the entire week. So I think Assassin's Creed is very, very close. I think honestly within the next month we will see something. We'll see like the logo, we'll see the name, but beyond that, I think the rest will be shown at Ubisoft's press conference. Again, when that happens, we will definitely be covering it here on my second channel, Anywhere Podcasts Now related. So definitely check those out. Make sure you guys are subscribed here. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know when these Assassin's Creed things come out. And if the game comes out this fall, we'll absolutely cover it as well. Okay, so loads of Assassin's Creed stuff going forward on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.